Welcome back to another weekly video then. So just to give you a heads up of what I've been up to this week. So over the weekend we brought the bees back from the borage. So obviously we've got the bees to sort through, we've got the honey to extract, and we're on a tight time frame because we've got Southport flower show this week. So you can see I've got a bit of a bee yard going on here. So as you were seeing last week, we moved everything from this site to the Facilia, which left this site empty. Obviously we brought the bees back from the borage, started them here. We're going to observe them here now at this site just to make sure that we've not brought any disease or anything else like that back. So we're going to go through these, make sure everything's queen right, everything's as it should be. Guess we had quite a little bit of superseding and swarming while they were down on the borage, but there's plenty of flight. There's beans next door. That was sunflowers last year, so there's quite a lot of volunteer sunflowers in those. But yeah, nice and cool today, a little bit better to work in. I've actually forecast a little bit of rain this afternoon as well. I'll get through these. Vic's on her way, she's going to give me a hand for a couple of hours. She's dropped the kids off, and there's still some on these Nuke boxes that you can see. There's still some supers to be taken off for the borage honey as well, so we'll skim those off before that gets consumed. So we've just gone through these that we brought back from the borage. So the robbing pressure is absolutely insane. Any sniff of honey or anything like that, they're there in numbers. So it's overcast today, there's definitely no flow on. There's a few sunflowers next door, some volunteers from last year, but not enough to keep these girls going. We can just only pray for a little bit of warm weather again, just so they can get out foraging. It's just, they're aggressive, like I say, they're robbing. Luckily all the colonies up here are of a decent size, so they can defend themselves. Otherwise it would definitely a case of when these nukes would be getting robbed out. But yeah, very little flow here at the moment. There's still some roseberry willow herb and odd bits of balsam and whatnot, but not enough. So I'm over at our other clover site in Scarisbrick. So this is Mike's site where I'm famous for getting my truck stuck in winter. See if I can, in fact I'll hold it rather than it falling down. So we extracted here 2 weeks ago and put the supers back on, and we are already frames full of honey and about to be capped. So that's, I'd say, well, it's over half a super filled in a week. So although it doesn't seem like a flow on at certain sites, there's still certainly one here. And as I've shown you the other week, the clover is just looking epic and in bloom. So ultimately what I'm looking for is some cut comb to take. So we've got Southport flower show this week for 4 days, and last year the cut comb did really well, so obviously I don't want to be short. So this is what I've come for. It's beautiful, beautiful cut comb honey. So we actually just use starter strips in our cut comb. We find it just makes a better product. Much nicer to eat, not as chewy. And just look at the colour of this honey. Now I spotted this last week when I was inspecting the site, probably 100 metres away. It's bright, bright yellow, almost sunflower yellow. But yet, you drive around, there's no sunflowers in sight. So I sent a picture to Mike the other week, and I said, Mike, what do you make of this? And he sent me some pictures of some lilies in his mum's garden. I said, no, it's got to be a field or something. And the day after, it was a field of dandelions. So that's just got to be dandelion honey. It's, like I say, it's bright yellow. All the wax has got a tinge of yellow to it. But we'll extract it and see. I've actually just had a little taste. I've spilt some on top of this this hive roof, and I've had a taste. I've never tasted anything like it. It's so different. It's, I don't know how to describe it. No, it's got me lost for words. It's really moreish, I know that much. But it's not overly sweet. It's got a back taste to it, a back note to it, and I just, almost toffee-ish. It's lovely. So that's our clearer bows. So it's just a one-way gate within this bow, so the bees can go down, because they sense that they're not getting the queen's pheromone, or they're not passing the queen's pheromone, but they can't get back up, which results in us clearing this. Usually takes between 24 and 48 hours. One thing you have to make sure of is there's no gaps between the full supers and the cream board, full supers and the clearer board, because you will come back and find them supers empty if they've been robbed out. So we've got another half dozen or so, that's 100 metres away, which I know are bringing that that bright orange yellowy nectar in. So we're going to see how they're getting on. I said it was humid and these bees are feeling it too. So we've got quite a bit of bearding going on in front of the hives. So a lot of fanning down of nectar. So I'll get my veil on because I'm likely to get pinged with some of these. And see if they need any more space. So again, even more of this bright orange, gorgeous honey. So I'm actually going to give these some more room. The fact that they're all bearded on the front. And there's still a huge flow on of this stuff, so I'm going to capture as much as I can. Said they get a little bit angry given the conditions, so they've all had an extra 2 supers each, and they were brimming. They were all clustered in the roofs and everything, so I said there's still a massive flow on, so just keep adding supers while it's going. Just all so busy. Like I say, I know that field of dandelions is just a couple of fields away, so I couldn't see it from inspecting the bees here, but obviously Mike's sent me a picture of it, and it can only be that really. It's only that's in flower. Right, so keep my veil on when I drive off, and I'll de-veil down the road. I've just come over to the pumpkins. The weather's a little bit naff, to be honest. It's drizzling, but the bees are still out flying. So massive difference in these now. In fact, I'll just go straight off to this flower because I've just seen a bee going in. So 2 bees in that one, so the nukes and bees are doing the job. So plenty of flowers, bees everywhere again. Yeah, flowers everywhere, bees everywhere. Job's a good one. Happy farmer, happy bee farmer. So I've actually brought some Nuke supers. Last time I came and checked these last week, when I opened them up, I was shocked with the amount of nectar and honey they're actually bringing in. So I might as well capitalise on that and try and harvest a little bit eventually. So I'm just going to stick some cut comb supers on some of them, the stronger ones anyway. They make some, they make some. If they don't, they don't. Keep my suit on because one of these Nukes is a little bit spicy, shall we say. So yeah, stung me on my leg and my back. So that's all we've done. The ones that would jump out with brood and stores, we've just put a little super extension on. So like I said, we might as well be making something. You can probably see the bees in my face. Not happy with me, just one hive, just one Nuke. Maybe having an off day. But yeah, that's that site sorted. Obviously I did scarab's break yesterday, and there was actually ran out of supers, a massive flow on, like I say. So I'm just going to call her on the way home, drop 2 supers on some hives, ring doorbell. That's Vic just getting home, and then get home and get some more prep for Southport Flower Show. Welcome back. We're just in Southport, so setting up for Southport Flower Show. Oh, change gear. Massive trade show this. So it's just built up now, everyone's getting set up. Just coming to Southport and District Beekeepers tent. They're just getting everything together too. So I've been driving around for the past 20 minutes trying to find my spot, only to realise that I'm about 4 places up from where I was last year. Should have checked there first, shouldn't I? But anyway, we'll get set up while it's dry. Tomorrow was meant to be a downpour, but the other 3 days, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, is a little bit better. Oh, so it says anyway. So finally found my spot, get set up, because I've still got loads and loads of prep to do. It's not like me to be unorganised. So I've realised the problem, not all my fault, but they've sprayed the floor and then it poured down last night, so that's mine. Just see it now, but that's a start. 1, 2, about 2.5 metres for a 3 metre gazebo. We ain't fitting in there. So I'm back at the pumpkins. I didn't really want to come back today, but I've had to. So one of the nukes that I opened up yesterday were absolutely brimming. I will show you in a second. So I've run out of panes, brew box extensions or supers, so unfortunately I can't put them, give them any more space. So the only thing I can do, I'm going to do a split from them, so just to relieve some bees, plus we get another nuke. But because I've just come straight from Southport Flower Show, I've just been setting the gazebo up. I've no smoker, I've no hive tool, I've nothing. So I've got a pair of Angry Bee leather gloves and a 10mm spanner. It's going to have to do. So this is exactly what I mean. This is a great looking nuke if you were trying to get them ready to overwinter, but we're still a little bit too early for that yet. And there is quite a large nectar flow on here at the pumpkin, so we're going to have to give them some space. 10mm spanner, improvise, adapt and overcome. Isn't just any 10mm spanner though, it is a ratchet spanner. There's bright white pollen coming in there from these pumpkins. That's an ideal one. Captain Emerging Brood. Lots of drone brood on the bottom of that as well still at this time of year. Another frame with front and back brood. And there's the queen. So this decompresses that original nuke a little bit, and obviously we get another nuke out of it. So I've actually got some cells that are due to hatch next week. So these will get a cap cell and we'll raise their own queen. The amount of pollen coming in though is just insane. So second day at the Southport Flower Show, much better day today. Yesterday was an absolute washout. So I'm just making my way around the stalls. It's actually the best time to get round and see what's going on. Some birds of prey wanting feeding. So I just stopped at the stall there, and it's the bees, a survival story. So it's currently on, it's a exhibition at the Liverpool Museum, just on the dock front, sir. So if you're ever in Liverpool and you want to spend a few hours looking at pollinators and bees, and get yourself in there. Apparently it's well worthwhile watching and just generally interesting. So this is the worst bit of any show I've come. It's Monday. Also the show finished yesterday. Just a case of taking down the gazebo. Now it's actually blowing a hoolie. Yeah, so take the gazebo down. It's all dry, so we can pack this straight away, because it's going to be in use again this coming weekend at Ormskirk. Like I said, it is quite windy today, and the crews are in just taking all the big marquees down and whatnot, so that'll be it now for Southport for another year. I've just received a little parcel from Techtron, so I know what this is. So if I can open it without cutting my fingers off with my knife again. So those of you that watched our uncapping table video will know I suggested making a little modification onto the uncapping bar, and Darius and Techtron have listened, and now we have a little stainless steel pin on top of our capping bar, so it will allow us to sit it on top of the uncapping table and spin the frames no problem, uncapping both sides. Well happy with that. And also there's something else in here. some branded gloves. Nice little gift there from Darius. Thank you, Darius. Made up with us, pal.
Daddy, my cup. Daddy, your cup. Daddy, my cup. Daddy, my
To be fair, I'm not just saying it. They're actually really nice and comfortable. Don't know what leather they are, but God, they're comfy. Thanks a lot, Techtron. To work with the bees.
Yeah. Daddy, my got the bees.
You gonna go and do the bees?
Bye-bye, Daddy.
Bye bye.
Don't cry.
There you go. She's gonna do the bees.